Has your academic performance improved, declined, or remained the same after playing soccer at a competitive level?
My academic grades actually remained the same while I was playing soccer. In reality, I thought that my grades were gonna decline because of the time it takes going to practice and the amount of homework they leave me or give me. And on the weekends too, when I would have my games, I'm either out of state or sometimes out of town. But honestly, everything remained the same, and my grades were pretty good.
Okay. So how did sports influence your high school experience, and did it become your main focus?
It actually did become a main focus because it actually motivated me to do better in my academics, because I knew that if I would have been good at the sport that I played, it would have gotten me a scholarship to a good college, and it actually it motivated me a lot to do good in all my work, projects, tests, quizzes, every little thing, because I know it would get me somewhere in life.
Yes. So did participating in school sports affect the amount of time you had for schoolwork?
Yeah, it did. It did, but honestly, I got through it, and I just had to cope with it.
Persevere. What influenced your decision to play soccer in high school and not just focus on academics?
What was the question?
What influenced your decision to play soccer in high school and not just focus on your academics?
Well, I knew that I just didn't want to, stay focused on just doing schoolwork. And I've been playing soccer since I was in elementary. And I knew once you got into high school, soccer was going to become a big thing that could either determine your future or, acceptance to go to college. So I decided to do both things, not just stick to one thing and, keep busy all the time with soccer and with my studies.
So now that you can reflect on your decision to play sports, do you feel you made the right choice?
Yeah, I
and
did.
Why?
I did because honestly, my grades are good right now. I have a couple of scholarships that I had to go look over. So yeah.
Has your academic performance improved, declined, or remained the same after giving up sports in order to focus on your studies?
Yes, all my grades improved. I never found myself not having A's or B's on any of my kinds of progress reports.
Okay. How did sports influence your high school experience, and did it become your main focus?
Sports became on the same level of academics, as in throughout the school day, all you'd hear about is sports, when you need to focus on academics. So there would be a constant imbalance of which you had to focus on.
Okay. Did participating in school sports affect the amount of time you had for schoolwork?
Yes, football took an insane amount of time. You'd get home at 7 o'clock, then have to eat dinner and shower, and by that time it would be 9 o'clock. And you would have hardly any time to do your homework before you had to wake up at 5 or 6 the next morning for school again.
What influenced your decision to attend Harper and leave sports behind?
My mom encouraged me to attend because she wanted me to see the bigger picture, and that not everyone gets to be an NFL player or an Olympic swimmer or runner. So she highly encouraged me to do better and learn better for myself.
Now that you can reflect on your decision, do you feel you made the right choice, and why?
Yes, long-term decisions, it was a really good choice because I ended up saving myself around $12,000 in tuition, which I would have then probably ended up paying back later in life. And now I'm essentially getting my bachelor's degree for free.
All right. Thank you very much, Tiger.
Thank you.
Has your academic performance improved, declined, or remained the same after playing soccer at a competitive level?
It all depended on how I managed each one. If I focused more on school, it would go up. If I focused more on sports, it would go down.
So for you, did you focus more on school, or did you focus more on your soccer?
It was kind of both ways, but throughout part of my high school years, I focused more on sports, and my grades did go down.
Okay. How did sports influence your high school experience? Did it become your main focus?
I mean, it felt good to be part of the team. It was just fun overall. It gave me something to look forward to at the end of the day.
Did you also have time for schoolwork as well?
Yeah, I did.
You did. Did participating in school sports affect the amount of time you had for schoolwork and other outside activities?
Yeah, because we would have practice every day and games 2 times a week, and it did become kind of stressful at times.
Would you consider playing sports negative, positive? How do you think it
Positive.
impacted you as a person?
Well, it all depends on the person, because some people, they don't have a lot of love for the game, but for people like me, it's always positive. No
Did it
matter
help
what
you
comes from it.
maintain overall better grades than if you didn't play sports?
Yeah, because honestly, if it wasn't for sports, I'd probably find something else to keep me busy, and my grades would still be reflected depending
And
on
your
how I
grades would
managed
probably
it.
be worse, would you say?
Yeah, probably. 'Cause sports makes you more responsible as a person.
Okay. Now that you had time to reflect on your decision, do you feel that you made the right choice in playing sports, and why?
Yeah, definitely. Because it's just something I wouldn't trade for the world. It helped me become a better person academically and just as a person in general.
And as a side question, have you received any scholarships or any offers to
I've
continue your education?
received 2 concrete offers and a few side offers that aren't really like strong offers, I guess.
But you still have the opportunity to
Yeah,
continue your
I have-
education.
Yeah, and to play sports in college.
All right. Thank you, Ainer.
Right.
Has your academic performance improved, declined, or remained the same after giving up sports in order to focus on your studies?
It has definitely improved. I gave up sports and my grades shot up. It was one of the two because most of my time was going into the sports, and I just had to bring the grades back up because they were going down because of sports.
Okay. How did sports influence your high school experience? Did it become your main focus? Was it more like a side activity? How do you feel it affected?
It definitely became my main focus, especially to the fact that my academics were dropping because I played South Meck baseball and they had the workouts at the beginning of the year, so I kept going to those and putting my homework off till last. When I got home, I was so tired I couldn't even do it anymore, and it was my main focus.
So would you say participating in school sports affected the amount of time you had for schoolwork?
Definitely, because I wouldn't get home till 6 or after, and then after doing a lot of running or whatever sport I did at the time, it just left minimum time for my homework, or to where I put it off till the morning and barely got it done, half behind my work, and my grade really reflected what I put in my work.
So what influenced your decision to attend Harper and leave sports behind?
It was the academics, because when one day I just sat with myself and just thought, okay, here's sports. There's a low chance I might get accepted somewhere, and then even after I get accepted, where do I go after that? Because if I got the scholarship, they would want me to be focused on sports, not my academics. And one thing my father always told me was that you're gonna have the people can take anything away from you, but the one thing they can't take away from you is your knowledge. And I can't get knowledge out there on the football field to whereas I can sit in the classroom taking notes.
So now that you can reflect on your decision, do you feel you made the right choice?
Oh yeah, I don't regret it once. I mean, I've met a lot of people out there on the field, had tons of friends and everything, but mostly the people I meet in the classroom, the people who have more goals than just becoming an MLB, NBA player and everything, it's just you see their dreams and goals. And not saying that the people who have the sports dreams and goals are bad, but you can just work with the people who have similar dreams and goals, such as academic goals, more than the people with the sports goals.
Okay. Thank you very much, Reese, for your time.
Yeah, thank you.